What do you think is the purpose of the extended essay?
Well, the purpose is to eventually, I think, prepare us for writing a long-term or a long college paper. It's to prepare us just for university-type style papers.
What would you have done differently while working on your extended essay?
I probably would have worked harder on finding my sources. I think that's the most important part, to have really strong, have really reliable, have really evident sources.
How did you choose your topic?
Well, choosing my topic, I just thought about things that I'm interested in, and I found it a little easier to think about current events. So I was thinking, what are some major problems or issues, global issues going on? And I figured childhood obesity was a very hot topic, especially in the United States.
If you could change one aspect of the project, what would it be?
If I could change it, I'd probably consolidate the time. I feel like it was a little too dragged on. I think through March was a little too long. I think it should be one semester, and I think we should get it over with the first half of the year.
How useful did you feel the extra workshops given by Mr. Connolly and Mr. Pickett were in preparing you for your oral defense?
I think they were very effective. I learned how to use the Smartboard with Mr. Pickett, and Mr. Connolly has really good tips in speaking in front of crowds, and I thought it was very helpful.
What are your current plans after you graduate from CMS?
I plan to go to college in the States.
Can you comment on your students' dedication to the task?
Students' dedication to the task. I had some students who were very, very dedicated to writing a great essay, and they received really awesome scores. Some students who weren't very dedicated, and some of them had to put a little bit more effort and time into their writing at the end.
What did you expect before the process began?
Before the process began, I had a pretty good idea because I've done content advisory for some kids in the past, but I expected that it would be a lot of one-on-one time with the students to help them out and guide them along the writing process.
What were some difficulties you encountered in preparing your students for the SEE?
The most difficult thing to prepare someone for the SEE is to remind them to stay focused and to keep them on task so they don't get behind. You cannot procrastinate at all, or else you end up staying up till 4 o'clock in the morning trying to finish for a deadline.
What do you advise next year students to do or not to do while working on their extended essay?
Do choose something that you're really interested in. Do not wait until the last minute, because that will catch up with you.
What do you recommend students to consider when choosing their topic?
Again, choose a topic that you're passionate about, that you can argue about, that you think really makes sense, and hopefully will better the world, better the future. That is much easier to write that down and make that argument functional for your paper.
Action.
What do you think of the senior extended essay?
Although that's where everybody's going, it seems like the regular curriculum should be rigorous enough already. You don't have to add things on to test seniors to make sure they're ready. But that's what we do, and it's fine. I'm okay with it.
What are some strengths and weaknesses you noted in the presenters?
Well, what I really noticed is the incredibly rotten level of research that people did. And I worry that people in your generation don't even know what research is. You think research is a Google search. And Google search is the very tip of the iceberg. Real research is doing in-depth reading, lots of evaluating and synthesizing, looking at different sources, really wrestling with something over a long period of time. To do that, you have to invest some time. And I see very little very little interest in putting in the kind of effort it takes to produce good quality work. So that's the weakness. I really did enjoy the presentations. I thought the oral defenses were much better than the papers.
Why did you volunteer to evaluate?
Because it's my job. You ask me to do just about anything during my 10 hours of work, and I'm going to say sure. That's what I do. Although
you're going to have to cut in anything.
Yeah.
I have to set up.
You're going to have to cut in anything.
Yeah.
How do you feel right now? No, dude, please, no. I get really nervous, really. I'm prepared, really I am.
All kinds of people, all kinds. She just finished doing hers. It was genius. Senior Standard Essay. We're here talking about what you would do, what advice you would give future teachers when it comes to advising students.
When it comes to advising?
He says he didn't use his content advisor all that much. Did you use yours much?
No, not really. I only met like 5 times in the whole thing.
And do you think that meeting with your content advisor a little more would probably have benefited you?
Yeah.
And do you feel the same way?
You really should meet with your content advisor.
Okay.
And for teachers, give us more time to practice in class the oral defense, because that really helps.
Okay.
Plus, they're the one who grades your paper.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay. So you should be meeting with your teacher a little bit more on the way. But remember, it's up to you to make that appointment with your teacher. All right. Good luck next year.
Should I have been looking at the camera?
Yes.